National security alert. Oh, I click OK.
I was like, I never have the volume on. What is happening?
I think that was the notice that we need to have Mr. Pollock taken into custody.
Okay, Mr. Pollock, I'm sorry, they're going to be down here in a moment. We will go on the record in the matter 21 PR 24 in the estate of K. Childs. Appearances are, we have appearing in person today. We have James Childs, we have John Childs, we have Catherine Zumbrunnan. We're set here today in the matter for a motion hearing. Ms. Zumbrunnan has filed a motion asking to remove John Childs as personal representative of the estate and to permit James Childs to continue as sole representative. You are counsel for the estate, Ms. Zumbrunnan. You may begin.
Yes, Your Honor. As the court will see from my statement, from last time we were here, and the court may recall, I believe there was understanding about the signing of the amended inventory to increase the value of the real estate to match the sale price of the real estate, and also the estate accounting for the expenses and payments and disbursements. It's my understanding at that time that both John and James were in agreement. However, when we went back into the conference room for the signatures, it became clear fairly quickly that John was not in agreement. He was still raising some issues about some personal property and indicating that he, although he had signed at that point, he wanted to talk to Ryan Benson, so the documents weren't filed. And then later in the day, I received a call from him in which he told me that I should destroy the documents that he had signed. So at this point, I believe that the only course that I think there is for me to have any possibility of doing anything to proceed and at some point close this estate is to have the court just have James as a personal representative so that we can get this amended inventory filed, the proposed estate account. I can get the information to the accountant for the preparation of the fiduciary income tax returns that are going to need to get filed. And that if in fact John Childs has an issue about some personal property that isn't on the inventory, that should be on the inventory, now there's an inventory filed and he can bring the proper motions that he might want to do, he or his attorney, and the court can make a determination as far as whether or not the inventory is correct. But until we get something that's filed in there, we're going to be in limbo forever.
All right. Mr. Childs?
Yes.
John Childs? You no longer agree to sign the inventory?
Well, there's personal property involved that wasn't on the inventory. That's the part I disagree with. I don't have an issue with the dividing of the land and the sale of the house. My mother appointed me as, in basic, I don't know, whatever she said, but in charge of the estate, because my brother's mostly incompetent in doing just about anything. So no, I disagree with that.
And so,
I would agree to the property.
but you allege that there's certain personal property that's not on the inventory.
Yeah, and I think that'll be a different venue.
A different hearing?
Yes,
And it will be, but I can't even proceed with the hearing in that nature until I have the amended inventory filed.
okay.
So are you saying that you refuse to sign it as it is right now?
I agree to the property.
So as it is right now, do you refuse to sign?
Unfortunately, the post office been closed in Webster this.
And why does that matter?
Because I couldn't get her letter.
What letter?
I don't know. Apparently she sent me something, but there's something wrong with the Webster post office and they'll be open tomorrow.
I think they've been closed for a while. I'm not sure if
I know.
they've directed mail otherwise, but I think it's lack of employees.
And I do have a mailbox now, so
Okay.
I've not been able to correspond with her as far as her letters. So I'm not sure. I guess I agree to the property division. However, my brother, Jim, would not allow me in the home. And I could not access the home and try to divide, antiques and Rolexes and watches and Tiffany lamps and that kind of stuff. So I don't know what he took. So that'll be a different day.
So I guess,
I'll
yes.
agree to the property.
Yes or no? Do you agree to sign the amended inventory as it stands right now with Ms. Sumbrunnan?
Because I don't have an attorney with me, I will have an opportunity, hopefully, to bring these other issues as far as antiques. and-
Okay, you can get your own attorney. Based upon that, the law says that I get to review all of these things, and I'm finding that there's a discord between personal representatives, so I'm terminating you as personal representative. Mr. James Child is the sole personal representative, and
That's-
he will take over. And then Mr. Child, if you contest the inventory as it's
I
filed,
contest that he would be in charge of anything.
and then now you can hire Mr. Benson, because you knew of today's date and time. So you've talked to Mr. Benson, and if you were going to hire him, he should have been here and he could have contested, or he could have made an argument. But as of today, this is a 2021 estate. It needs to proceed. So I'm removing you as personal representative. James Childs is sole personal representative at this time. You have any issues, you may file that with the court. We can have hearings on those separate issues. But now we're going to proceed and we're going to move forward to get the estate closed. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get the signatures today and then we'll e-file the amended inventory in the estate account
All right. Thank you.
tomorrow. Thank you.
We are adjourned.